It is great to get comments from your viewers. It's good to interact with people who watch your videos, and it's also good for the algorithm. Problem I have is I don't have tolerance for certain types of comments. This kind of goes back to the whole debate bro thing that I'm so against. There are things where you're putting your opinion, and then there's things where you're putting just stuff that's just factually wrong or disingenuous. So I will block people. I'll tell you right now, I will block people, not because they disagree with me, because it kind of starts veering into this got you comment thing where they make a comment on a video and the comment they make isn't really, it may be not factual, or it may be in bad faith. And this is what happened recently with someone. I'm not going to mention their name, and I'm not going to post their comments up here because I'm not going to do that to the person, but let me just say what they put. So I recently made a video talking about environmental activists, and someone made this comment about things being forced on people. It's funny how people think that something is forced on them, a law or policy, when they don't agree with it. But when they do agree with it, a policy or a law which is much more intrusive, they'll just say, well, that's the way the government works. Don't you dare tread on me. Tread on me, daddy. Tread on me hard. So I just asked the person what things have been forced on you. And then this person went on to talk about Prop 50 in California and the Green New Deal and some other shit that I couldn't even follow. So apparently this guy was just talking about things that I guess Democrats have been doing. I don't live in California. I don't even know if this guy lives in California. It's a Democrat thing, so he's complaining about it. And then the Green New Deal. The Green New Deal was just literally a list of suggestions. But all of that is still a moot point because the Green New Deal was never actually passed. So I don't know what the hell the guy was talking about. He didn't really answer my question. He just seemed to be like, my grievances towards the Democrats. But what I was talking about was environmental policy. And even in the video, when I was talking about environmental policy, environmental activism, yes, I did mention Trump and I said, look, Trump has said we're going towards more fossil fuels. He said that. That's just a fact. And then I mentioned that fossil fuels are deadly. That's a fact. I did not mention Republican or Democrat. If anything, I was talking about politicians in the worldwide sense. I'll put a link to that video in the descriptions of this video. You'll notice I don't actually mention a political party. And that's kind of one of the problems. This thing about environmentalism being connected with a political party, let's not forget that it was the Republicans that started the national park system under Theodore Roosevelt, or it was the Republicans that started the EPA under Richard Nixon. The fact that environmentalism has been associated with a particular party, that a scientific fact has been connected to a particular party, is kind of unsettling. And the second thing this person put up, which I guess is maybe a little bit more defensible, but it's still kind of bullshit on this part, is where I was making a comment about Epstein and Trump being predators. And this guy chimed in saying that Trump was the person who was responsible for Epstein being arrested. So yeah, we can look at a timeline of this. The investigation in Epstein started back as early as 2005, and it was started by the local Florida police. NPR actually released an article where they did a timeline of the Epstein investigation. And if I can find it, I'll put the link of that in the descriptions as well. It was the Trump DOJ that actually moved Ghislaine Maxwell from a medium security prison to a minimum security prison. And people convicted of sex trafficking never get put in minimum security prisons. She has to be separated from the other inmates for her own safety because the inmates in this prison have a better sense of justice than the Trump DOJ does. Ghislaine Maxwell has a support animal, guys. She's been given a puppy. So yeah, if you're just putting things in my comment section that are factually incorrect, if you're just saying things to argue, I go back to the Jay-Z quote. A wise man once told me never argue with fools because from a distance you can't tell who is who. And you leave dumb shit in my comment section and you're going to get blocked. The engagement is not that important.